Welcome to TRIVI-yeah, yeah. I am your host, Dean Felix. This is the podcast where you can learn something new, feel good about the things you already know, and eat your 5th or 6th leftover turkey sandwich of the week. Savor it. Only a few more left. First things first, the answer to last episode's bonus question is Scotland. What was that question? Well, if you want to know, all you got to do is go back and listen to the previous episode. It's a short one. Won't take you so long. You might as well listen to the whole dang thing. We are back with a full-length episode, and let me tell you, this one is a doozy. So if all that turkey still has you woozy, it's gonna set you right. How do I know? I don't, but there's only one way to find out. For my international listeners, konnichiwa. Sorry about all the turkey talk. Still got that post-Thanksgiving glow over here in the States. If you are back for another serving of TRIVI-yeah, welcome back. And if this is your first episode, well, hey there. Well, that was creepy. Quick, before the cops come and drag me away, let me explain what you are about to hear. 10 multiple choice questions as we travel down that rabbit hole of trivia knowledge. What does that mean? Well, it simply means that each question will lead to the question that follows. It's our special thing. It's our special thing. This thing, it's special. Respect it. Or don't. Doesn't matter either way. All of these questions were written and researched by yours truly. No AI was used on this. No, I'm not pulling from any old trivia board games. These questions are fresh. They are juicy. They are succulent. They are covered in cranberry sauce. They're good. And if you agree, then hey, give me that like. Give me that subscription, follow, whatever the options are. Rate me 5 stars, leave a positive comment, follow on socials, tell your friends about the show, do all of those wonderful things that help this podcast continue to grow. And you know what? I'm gonna really appreciate it. How about that, huh? All right, open wide, because here comes a heap and helping of TRIVI-yeah! Right after this. Welcome back to TRIVI-yeah! I'm Dean Felix. Guys, it's time to put YouTube on blast. Give me a go-off king and I'll continue. Thank you. YouTube has such little respect for its content creators. Maybe even contempt. Maybe even malice.
Go off, king!
Oh, I will. Content creators are forced to debase themselves for views. Their videos will not even be offered unless the thumbnail includes a picture of themselves making the dumbest face they can possibly do. Hold on, let me do a quick scan of what the evil algorithm is currently offering me right now. Okay, I see hand on head, super disappointed face, hand over mouth, I'm so very shocked face, a sarcastic grin face, bottom lip sticking out, oh well face, hand under chin, thinking so hard face, maniacal smile, I'm a lunatic face, another super disappointed face, here's another maniacal grin, lunatic, eyes bulging out, I'm confused face. Variations of these just repeat forever. It sucks, I hate it, but these content creators believe they have to do it. TRIVI-yeah is also on YouTube, by the way, but I don't make thumbnails for it. There's no video to this podcast, so most YouTube viewers just bounce as soon as they realize there's no video of a guy holding a lavalier mic too close to his mouth that they can watch. As a result, my viewer retention on YouTube is very low, and that's fine with me. My main audience isn't listening on YouTube, and I'm not concerned with working the algorithm to get more viewers there. I am too principled and lazy. Mostly lazy.
Go off, king!
Huh? Okay, yeah, sure. But I do watch a lot of YouTube. I'm not proud of it, but I do. And if there's anyone that YouTube has less respect for than its content creators, it's us, the consumers. I keep getting offered these videos from this guy whose entire thing is explaining why certain superhero powers would never work in real life. All right? Apparently, the Flash shouldn't be able to run in the rain because at that speed, the water droplets would kill him. Meanwhile, he fails to mention that we already know what killed the Flash. Casting Ezra Miller.
Go off, king!
Okay, look, that's one too many. You gotta leave.
All right, fine, you asked. Hey.
I get offered these videos because I committed the cardinal sin of watching one. You have to be very careful what you choose to watch on YouTube because that's all you're gonna see for a long, long time. But beyond that, here's what really convinced me that YouTube hates us. I don't use an ad blocker because I understand that ads are what pays for creative content, and I want to be a team player, and I also don't have YouTube Premium because I am poor. And you probably know that YouTube allows you to hit a button to skip most of the ads after a few seconds of playing. Now, it's a nice option, since you see a lot of the same ads over and over. But here is the most devious, the most nefarious thing that YouTube does. If, out of the kindness of your own heart, you decide to not press skip and let that ad play out in full, how does YouTube reward you? By playing another ad. It's the same reasoning they use on deciding what videos they offer to you. They go, hey, this guy over here, he loves ads. Let's show him some more ads. Enjoy all the ads, you dumb idiot. Dang, I think I kicked Go Off King guy out of here too soon. Look, I get what they're doing. The beatings will continue until morale improves, or more accurately, until I fork over the cash for premium. Because nothing YouTube does is about providing us an enjoyable entertainment experience. It's just about maximizing their profits. And we let them get away with it. I let them get away with it. Me, Mr. Dumb Idiot Face. It's time for question one. Time for question one. Time for question one. There's a 5-year point in my life where I was just relentlessly, unhealthily obsessed with studying virality. That was a quote from Jimmy Donaldson, currently YouTube's most subscribed to content creator, whom you probably know better as MrBeast. After realizing that quality isn't really a factor when it comes to what people will consume, Donaldson founded MrBeast Burger in 2020, a virtual restaurant with a menu of burgers, fries, desserts, and canned drinks available from a delivery app. After a few successful pop-ups, MrBeast Burger opened its first full-time brick-and-mortar restaurant at the American Dream Mall in 2022. Which is still, maybe surprisingly, open today. In what U.S. state can you enjoy a MrBeast Burger in the American Dream Mall? A. Minnesota. B. North Carolina. C. New Jersey. D. California. The answer is C, New Jersey. In East Rutherford, New Jersey, just a few clicks from NYC is the American Dream Mall, home of the first full-time MrBeast Burger, which currently has a miserable 2.7 star rating on Yelp. See, that's where YouTube and food service differ from each other. When you're slinging burgers, retention apparently isn't as big a deal. The other joke I was considering for this was, smash burger that dislike button. I think I made the right choice. Don't need more excitement or hullabaloo. It's just question two. Jersey cattle are dairy cows from Jersey, a British Channel island. These cows are popular among dairy farmers for their small size and thus lower maintenance cost, high fertility, and their milk, which is high in butterfat. This milk, by the way, has a delightfully yellowish tinge to it. Delicious. The Jersey is one of 3 Channel Island breeds of cattle. One of the other 2 is the Alderney, but it is now extinct. That milk just wasn't yellow enough. What is the 3rd, non-extinct, breed of dairy cattle from the Channel Islands off the coast of Normandy? A. Guernsey. B. Holstein. C. Aberdeen Angus. D. Hereford. The answer is A. Guernsey. Jersey and Guernsey. Kind of sounds like a sitcom from the 70s. Holstein is the only other dairy cattle of those options I gave. Holsteins are famous for having those distinctive black and white spots, which makes me realize that those are the cows from the Chick-fil-A ads where the cows are trying to get you to eat more chicken. Those are Holsteins. They're dairy cows. This whole time I thought that their motivation was self-preservation, but no, they just really hate chickens. Question 3. The bailiwick of Guernsey includes 6 islands, with Guernsey being the largest. And the internet tells me that bailiwick means one's sphere of operations or particular area of interest. So I guess that makes this podcast my bailiwick. Be prepared for me to use that word way too much from now on. The island of Guernsey has crazy tides due to how flat the land stays as it stretches off the western coast. The water rises and falls up to 30 feet or 10 meters every 11 hours. This makes for a nice scenic experience for tourists. In the summer of 1883, one such tourist was a French Impressionist painter who visited the island and painted 15 pictures capturing some of the views that he witnessed, the most famous probably being Children on the Seashore, Guernsey. Who was this painter? A. Monet. B. Van Gogh. C. Renoir. D. Matisse. The answer is C. Pierre-Auguste Renoir. The painting depicts a family with young children enjoying a beautiful day as they play on the beach, just moments before disaster strikes as the massive tides roll in and wash them all into the sea. That last part is just implied. I mean, it's obvious to me, a scholar. Art is, kind of my bailiwick.
Why are we here? Where are we going? Who's behind all of this? What should I get for lunch? What is this question for?
There's a lot of humanity in Renoir's paintings, noted for his use of vibrant color, capturing candid moments in his compositions, and celebrating female sensuality. He certainly left an impression on me. Ooh la la. But for every artist, there are dozens of critics, and while Renoir was painting along the banks of the Seine River in 1871, he was accosted by a group who nearly threw him into the river. However, it wasn't his art they were objecting to. This was during the Paris Commune, one of the many French revolutions. And these were members of the Commune who mistook Renoir for a spy. Fortunately for the painter, one of them recognized him and allowed him to stay on dry land. Sharing a name with a British synth-pop duo who had a #1 hit in the UK with their cover of Don't Leave Me This Way in 1985, what were members of the Paris Commune called? A. Communards. B. Jacobins. C. Proclaimers. D. Depeche Mode. The answer is A. Communards. But much like the Proclaimers, the Communards of the Paris Commune would have walked 500 miles and then 500 more to end the suffering of working-class Parisians. But they barely had a chance to, as their revolution only lasted a couple of months. The French army took back the city of Paris in a week-long battle dubbed the Bloody Week. Well, that's what they get for daring to suggest that the poor shouldn't have to eat rats to survive. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Hey, fellas, wait till you hear this.
Oh
my gosh. Ooh, don't say. I can't believe it.
What y'all talking about over there?
Nothing. We were just
Talking about question 5.
Well, shoot. The Communards, the band, formed in 1985 when lead singer Jimmy Somerville left his former band, Bronski Beat, to team up with Richard Coles, a classically trained woodwind player and keyboardist. Jimmy Somerville's distinct high falsetto makes it a certainty that I will never attempt a tune by the Communards at karaoke. But his high singing voice created a great contrast to Sarah Jane Morris's deeper female range when she guested on their hit track, Don't Leave Me This Way. The Communards left us that way when they split in 1988, when Jimmy went on to a solo career. Instrumentalist Richard Coles went to university, where he began a much different career from his pop star beginnings. Though he's still a relevant public figure in England today and was even a contestant on the 2024 series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. After giving up the life of a pop star, what new profession did Richard Coles undertake? A. Football or soccer player. B. Celebrity chef. C. Priest. D. Member of Parliament. The answer is C. Priest. Though he retired from parish duties in 2022 due to the Church of England's increasingly fundamentalist anti-gay direction. Richard is also an established writer and radio presenter, and since it is England after all, a frequent guest on panel shows. He also did win Celebrity Master Chef once, so there's still a chance that answer B, Celebrity Chef, may eventually be correct.
Oh, bro, this is 6, bro. Bro, did you make this? Oh, bro, this is so 6. Is this your question? Bro, this question is 6.
Priest Holmes was a running back in the NFL, that's American football, in the late 90s and early 2000s. He went undrafted out of college, maybe because his 40-yard dash time was 4.73 seconds, which is really slow for a guy who runs for a living. But there's this undefinable quality called game speed, and Priest Holmes had it. After 4 moderately okay years with the Baltimore Ravens, he signed as a free agent with a new team and proceeded to dominate the league for the next 3 years in a row, being named All-Pro from 2001 through 2003, meaning the media said that he was the best running back in football during those years. Sure, he was running behind a really great offensive line, but he also had amazing vision and, like I said before, game speed. Sadly, a career-ending neck injury halted his meteoric rise, but by then he'd already made his mark. So what NFL team did Priest Holmes play for during those All-Pro seasons? I know sports questions aren't really fair for a lot of you, but I think that even if you hardly know anything about American football, about half of you will probably get this right anyway. Is the answer A, the Indianapolis Colts, B, Kansas City Chiefs, C, New York Giants, or D, Dallas Cowboys? The answer is B, Taylor Swift's favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs. Taylor Swift. She loves doing the tomahawk chop. Priest Holmes is a pretty good name for a running back. It's also a good name for a Damon Wayans character from In Living Color. Priest Holmes is a no-nonsense clergyman who throws communion wafers right in the faces of bratty altar boys before saying his famous catchphrase, "Father Holmes, don't play that." No, I'm not going to do a Damon Wayans voice. Or the tomahawk chop. Who am I, Taylor Swift? Come on.
Hi, I've got some great news. You just died and gone to question 7.
A towering super soldier known as a Spartan, Master Chief was trained in warfare since he was a child. Master Chief is considered to be one of the greatest video game characters of all time. I have no idea why, but I also don't know why people watch MrBeast videos, so apparently I don't always have my finger on the pulse. Master Chief is rarely seen without his armor, which completely conceals his appearance and helps allow players to identify with and project themselves into the character. And since his games are first-person shooters, you don't really see him at all when you play, so I guess that also helps. Originally developed by Bungie, what game series stars Master Chief? Is it A, Gears of War, B, Baldur's Gate, C, Halo, D, Skyrim? The answer is C, Halo. I never really played Halo much, and I just read through the entire synopsis and still have no idea what the game is about. Shoot bad guys in space, I think. And there's a big moon-sized ring that is the setting for the whole thing. It's a giant halo. But Master Chief, he's no angel. Or maybe he is. Like I said, I have no clue beyond a pew-pew lasers.
There we go. That's 20 points, plus I used all my tiles. That's another 50 for 70 points.
It's not a word.
Yes, it is.
It's not a word.
It is a word.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
I'm looking it up.
All right.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
You'll see.
Oh my gosh. Well, here it is. Look. To ask a lot of questions is to questionate.
I told you.
You may look up into the sky sometime and see a halo around the sun or the moon. This happens when ice crystals suspended in the atmosphere reflect the light as it passes through them, redirecting it back toward us on the ground. It's commonly called a 22-degree halo because the ice crystals need to be at a minimum of 22 degrees from the light source for the effect to occur. And when there are enough ice crystals filling the sky, a full ring of light may appear around the sun or moon like a beautiful halo, signifying that our alien overlords are returning to pass down their judgment upon us. Hey, I don't write the prophecies, okay? All right, just know you've been warned. Another halo phenomenon can occur when the sun is lower in the sky, closer to the horizon. When those same ice crystals, well, they don't have to be the same ones. When similar ice crystals in the atmosphere are oriented horizontally, brighter spots will occur on the right and left sides of the halo, often refracted into colorful prisms. This optical phenomenon has a specific name. What do we call these two bright spots that sometimes occur? A, diamond dust. B, light pillars. C, sundogs. D, sprites. The answer is C, sundogs. In Greek mythology, the sundogs were Zeus's 2 dogs that he would take on his morning and evening walks. And in Norse mythology, it's said that it's Odin walking his 2 dogs. Say what you want about the pagan religions, but their deities are responsible dog owners, who I assume always bring extra poop bags with them and never throw them into their neighbors' trash cans.
The hardest part about being a trivia podcast host isn't coming up with the interesting questions. It's staying hydrated. So when I get thirsty, I always reach for a cool, refreshing glass of
Question 9.
My favorite sundog has to be Spuds McKenzie. Spuds was a bull terrier colored white with black spots, much like the chicken-hating Holstein cows from earlier. The original party animal, Spuds loved wearing sunglasses and Hawaiian shirts and was often seen partying with the ladies on the beach. Now these ladies loved Spuds McKenzie, maybe even more than they loved their giant claw bangs, seeing as this was the late 80s. Spuds and these hot chicks really got people thirsty for watered-down American beer. What beer brand was Spuds McKenzie the mascot for? A. Miller Lite. B. Bud Light. C. Coors Light. D. Pabst Blue Ribbon. The answer is B. Bud Light. Advocacy groups and politicians were highly critical of the Spuds McKenzie ads, saying that they promoted consumption of alcohol by children, which explains why so many young girls back then thought those crazy claw bangs looked good. They were drunk.
You must retrieve the relic, for without it we are all doomed. It can be found in the Forbidden Temple in the ancient city of Shun-Ten.
So, that would make this, Quest Shun-Ten then, huh?
You know what? Forget the relic. Just leave.
Hey, Bud, let's end with another botany question, okay, Bud? Buds are undeveloped or embryonic shoots that may develop flowers or leaves or both. And Bud, there are all kinds of buds. There are scaly buds, hairy buds, naked buds, accessory buds, axillary buds, rogue buds, also known as adventitious buds that will pop up in all kinds of unexpected places. I've got a rogue hair that grows out of the top of one of my ears, but Bud, I can't be mad at it for being adventitious. The top of my ear is just that rogue hair's bailiwick. There's one kind of bud that grows at the very tip of a branch or twig or a stem, and Bud, this bud is in charge of how long that branch or twig or stem will grow in a year. What do we call the bud that is located on just the tip? A. Lateral bud. B. Administrative bud. C. Terminal bud. D. Crowning bud. The answer is C. Terminal bud. It sounds like the terminal bud is the bud to end all buds, but it's constantly producing cells that grow the plant, until one day it stops. Much like the life of a YouTuber, churning out clickbaity content day after day after day until they decide, you know what, maybe they'd rather make burgers instead. And while making burgers isn't always a better option than what you're doing right now, especially if you're a dairy cow, you should definitely stick to that, you shouldn't be afraid to try something new. You can have all the right tools to shine, but if those ice crystals don't line up just right or your offensive line can't block, you may never have that one big moment in the sun that you're looking for. But the tides rise and fall, and revolutions rarely last for very long, so you shouldn't be afraid of reinventing yourself. You might make a great priest. Look, you can study the algorithm all you want, trying to solve it, but there's only one MrBeast out there. And while his numbers are certainly banging, the quality of his content doesn't have the retention that's required to leave a lasting impression.
Bonus, 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 bonus question time.
1991's Beauty and the Beast is probably my favorite animated Disney film of all time. Certainly you've seen it. When Belle goes to the castle and meets all of the objects who seem to have magically come to life, she meets Lumiere the candelabra, Mrs. Potts the teapot, and her son, Chip. And she also meets a mantle clock. What's his name? Like every bonus question, there are no multiple choices, no countdown timer. If you don't already know the answer to this question, feel free to go down your own rabbit hole of trivia knowledge. Or you can join me for next episode where I will have that answer for you at the beginning of the show. And that's another episode. We did it. We did it, guys. They said it could be done, and they were right. It could be done. We did it. Now's a good time to smash burger that like button, follow, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff that keeps this podcast growing. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you back next episode. If you would like to email the pod, be our guest. You can email us at TRIVI-yeah-podcast@gmail.com. I keep saying us, but it's just me. That's right. Everything that you've heard was written and produced by me. I am, of course, your host, Dean Felix. I try to have every episode uploaded bright and early every Tuesday morning. Let's see if I can do it again next week. I think that I can. I really hope that you'll be there and join me for that one. I bet it'll be a good one, too. This was good, right? Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Until then, be best, and please remember, TRIVI-yeah is a quality yarn production.